Hello everybody, welcome back to Sin City Living. Jason here bringing you today's episode, and once again I actually got an email from you guys. Please email us with your strategies, guys. I'd love to know what you guys want to see, strategies, questions, anything. That's my favorite videos to shoot, and I haven't gotten a whole lot of them lately. This week I managed to get two. This email comes from Ross, and Ross sent us a strategy. He calls it the Risky Five, and he based it off some strategies he saw on a couple of other channels, and just kind of tweaked or modified it for his own uses, and wanted to show it to us. So here we go. Now he bases it off units, and because he says that some of his bets he does 1 unit, then we actually are going to have to look at units as the table minimum. Because finding a $5 table, which would be the actual 1 unit, is extraordinarily difficult, practically impossible at this point. If I was still teaching craps, I probably wouldn't even bother teaching the $5 table, how to play it anymore. Whereas when I learned, I was actually taught how to deal a $3 game. So the Risky Five, let's assume we're on a fairly low limit table. Let's say a $15 minimum bet table. $15, because that's pretty reasonable. You can find that a lot of places. By the way, guys, you can actually find a $15 table on the strip. You just have to, in Center Strip. You just have to be willing to play in off times. For instance, overnight. Say 5, 6 in the morning. Even at some of your major places that generally the lowest table is going to be $25, $50, or even $100 during peak times, you might be able to find a $15 blackjack table, even possibly a $15 craps table at 5, 6 in the morning. So let's say $15 minimum bet table. So he says he starts with a don't, and he does 5 units, which would be $75. Okay, guys, $75 don't pass. Now, once the point is established, and we'll pick a random one because it really doesn't matter. So once the point is established, the 5, then he says he does 1 unit each. So we're looking at, in this case, we're looking at 51 across, or 81 across, 51, what did I say, 51, 51 inside, 81 across. Because he does the rest of the numbers. And he does a regression strategy. If a number hits, the first time it hits, he takes it down. So let's say it's 6. Okay, actually, I'll just ignore any 7s if they happen to come out. Oh, well, 6. Let's say 6. That pays 21. Since he's going to take it down, we're going to pay it 26 for 5, and we're going to take it down. We're just going to put it right over here. Because his thinking here is that he's lowering his exposure. Now, at this point, he has $39, right? So that means that he really only has $24 at risk up on his place bets. So were 7 out to come at this point, he would make his 75. He would lose over here, but he would be in the profit. Okay? But he'll do it twice. So the second time around, okay, 6. So let's say an 8. Let's say an 8. So we'll do the same thing. And it'll come down. Now he has minimized his exposure even more. Now his exposure is $45 over here, but he has $78 over here. So he has $33 in profit were these to come down, not including his don't pass. So now, if the 7 out comes, he's in the profit. Pretty cool. Not bad at all. After that, he goes to any kind of mid press, power press, press 1 unit, whatever he chooses to do. If you guys want to practice this, by the way, I found that awesome online casino. Just check the description down below. Low table minimum, so you could do this whole 1 unit to 5 unit thing at really low levels, and give it a try. Give it a practice. See what you think. Plus, if you're a sports bettor, they have a really good sports book, and I've been getting my butt kicked on sports lately. Oh my God, it's bad. So that is the basis of his strategy. Now, what do we think? What do we think? Well, this is an interesting strategy. This strategy, I will say this: if this is a strategy to play for 5 or 6 hours, I don't think it's going to do very well at all, unless you catch a really good roll at the beginning. Unless you catch a whole bunch of highly profitable things right at the beginning. But if you play this for 6-7 hours, it's probably not going to work out very well. I see variations of this strategy a lot, and if they play it for an hour, about 50-50 on being able to win decent, win a few $100 versus losing. But when this gets stretched out, if they turn this into a grind, play for 5 to 7 hours kind of thing, invariably I see him lose. I just don't see this strategy win very often, and there's a couple of reasons for that. Reason number one is most of the strategies you were looking for the same number to hit multiple times, usually 4 to 6 times of the same number hitting to hit your profit point, to hit your walking away money, your win condition. And this one puts you back a few hits unless you've already come down, and then after that your remaining numbers are the ones that hit. But where this one will take a hit, and if you play for a long period of time, you're going to take these hits. This first right here, okay. Remember, a winner, 7 or 11, and you're going to lose $75. You're going to lose $75. As we saw with this point number out, the profitability is decent, but almost $50. So a point, hitting 1 or 2 numbers and then a 7 out is pretty much going to more or less break you even for losing that twice. So that right there can absolutely annihilate you. Every single day, no exceptions, I see multiple rolls that have between 3 to 5 come out roll 7s in a row. It's awesome when you can mix in 2 or 3 or something to pay that. The 12s obviously hurt, but 3 to 5 7s in a row. 7s. I'm not saying mixing in 11s. I see multiple rolls of 3 to 5 7s in a row hitting over there. So let's say 4. That's a $300 hit. $300 hit on the come out roll before you even get up to here and get to play around with that. The second thing is a winner. A winner hitting the point. Once again, you're going to lose that $75. You're going to lose that $75. Theoretically, you catch a decent roll, you can make it back on your place bets as you've started to press them up once you have come down, but you're already in the hole. You're already in the hole, and you need to try and dig yourself out of the hole. And he doesn't mention what he does on a winner. If there's a winner and he loses, does he come back up onto the don't pass? Because if so, 2 winners in a row can hurt. Can definitely hurt. If he doesn't, if he just leaves his place bets up, a winner and then a 0.7 out, it's going to hurt even worse. So there's definitely pain points on this particular strategy, but it's actually a decent strategy. It's a decent strategy. You guys all know I'm not a fan of the regression strategies and the hedging strategies. When you're trying to play both sides of the table, you kind of almost double up your exposure. But every strategy has a weakness, guys. Every single strategy has weaknesses, multiple weaknesses. There's a reason why craps wins, why it's in the casino, because there's a house edge no matter what you do. No matter what you do, no matter how you try and hedge this, hedge that, regress this, play off house money, there's a house edge. There is a house edge, and there is no strategy that I see win on a consistent basis. So you want your strategy based on trying to win when you catch a hot roll, 20, 30, 40-minute roll, which this certainly can do. This certainly can do, just like a lot of the other strategies out there. So this is not a bad strategy in any way, shape, or form. It's actually a pretty well thought out strategy. So thank you, Ross, for emailing it to us. Again, guys, this is the Risky 5, and we will catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye now.